I welcome back all our participants who have stayed with us throughout the forum. And I also welcome those who are joining in for the second part of our program, which explores the study opportunities in Greece for international students. For those that just joined us, my name is Eftihia Pylarinou Piper. I'm a member of the executive board of the Hellenic-American Chamber of Commerce, and I'm also the chair for the organizing committee of this exciting and most informative event. The event is a joint collaboration of the Hellenic-American Chamber of Commerce in New York and the International Chamber of Commerce in Greece. We're honored today to have as our keynote speaker the Deputy Minister of Education and Religious Affairs, Mr. Angelos Syrigos. Mr. Syrigos is a member of the Parliament for Athens, Athens' first electoral district for New Democracy. He's an associate professor of international law and foreign policy at the Department of International European Studies. Kalispera, Mr. Minister, and welcome to our virtual forum. It's an honor for us to have you as the keynote speaker in such a very interesting and important subject for people who live abroad. We really, really appreciate your live presence at a late time for Greece. The whole world knows that Greece is the birthplace of knowledge and the cradle of democracy. We also know that education is free for Greek citizens who live in Greece. But in the last couple of years, the Greek government decided to internationalize education in the Greek public universities and offer undergraduate and graduate degrees in English for global citizens who could become the ambassadors of the country worldwide. For your information, the participants of our forum are mostly Greek Americans, parents or young students interested in the subject. We also have educators participating who would like to be informed in order to communicate the subject for our discussion to their young students. And we also have American members and friends attending who would love visiting the country or living and studying in Greece. The initial reaction to our forum from Greek American youth has been of great interest. Of course, who wouldn't love to have the opportunity to experience higher education under the blue sky, enjoy the sea, learn about the ancient and modern history and culture, taste the delicious Greek food, and make new friends for a lifetime. And all that at low tuition fees and affordable cost of living. We have combined tourism and education at this forum as it fits with the government strategy to promote the country using its universities as a leading academic destination for higher studies and research. In the panel that follows, we will get a detailed description of the programs offered and the site studying in Greece. But what we would like to discuss with you, Mr. Syrigos, is the government's policy of internationalization and extroversion of the Greek higher education that now gives access to the Greek public universities to international students, and the legislative actions that have taken place so far and to be taken in the future. Could you give us a short presentation, please?
Okay, first of all, I would like to thank you for giving me this opportunity to present to you all the initiatives of the Greek government, in brief, of course. And I start with the fact that we have placed the internationalization of our universities as one of our highest priorities in education and people-to-people ties. To achieve this, we have developed a three-pronged approach. First, we have a new legislative framework which grants further freedom to Greek universities to establish a wide range of collaborations. For example, joint or double or dual degrees, to establish joint research centers, summer programs, and more important, to have first degrees for students which do not speak Greek. For the time being, we have 3 different programs, 2 in the medical school and 1 for philosophy, ancient Greek philosophy and literature in the University of Athens, which take place in English. We also have financial instruments which support universities in this endeavor. For example, we have 20 million for internationalization actions and 60 million for visiting professorship schemes. And third, we started strategic partnerships with key countries such as the United States, the United Kingdom, or other European universities. Our vision is to make Greece an educational hub, attracting high-quality students, faculty, and researchers from around the globe. The benefits for students, let me take a specific example. There is an agreement between the National University of Athens and Yale University for tuition-free attendance of courses, ones that count towards obtaining a degree for postgraduate and doctoral students. That means that we offer to the Greek students the opportunity to study abroad, and we facilitate the establishment of partnerships between universities. For professors and researchers, we have joint research centers which offer the opportunity to professors who are abroad out of Greece to come here and work with Greek professors and researchers in new innovative fields such as precision medicine or environmental health. Let me use again an example of such cooperation. We have partnerships with leading institutions such as Harvard, Yale, Princeton, and Columbia. And the outcome until now is that Greece's strategic education partnership with the United States was the first one to be launched in September 2019. The problem was the COVID-19 pandemic, which postponed this strategic partnership. We started it a few months ago. We had 30 top-tier US universities and all Greek universities which have formally signed up to our international academic partnership program in collaboration with the Institute of International Education. For example, now Yale University and the University of Athens have founded a Center of Research Excellence on Environmental Science and Public Health, which will provide joint educational and research opportunities. We have a cooperation between Harvard University and the University of Athens, which have established a refugee and migration studies hub. And we have Columbia University, which has a cooperation with the National Technical University of Athens, the NUIU with the University of Piraeus on American Studies MA, Stockton University and the University of Thessaloniki on students from minority backgrounds who want to study American literature and Greek language and culture and have a short study program in Thessaloniki, etc., etc. I want to give some time to questions if you want. So I'm stopping here and I am at your disposal.
Yeah. Hi. You described to us a very complete and evolving and growing program that it's really of great interest to us in the United States. You have really covered a lot of my questions, but I'd like to know what will be the direct and indirect benefit of these initiatives for Greece?
For Greece, well, I wanted to say what were going to be the benefits for people abroad, but for Greece, let me take the example of students. the students will gain access to world-renowned universities without being required to emigrate, with all that this implies financially and personally for their families. And they will gain experience abroad, since we facilitate the establishment of partnerships. It is very important for our students the fact that they come together and learn from professors from world-renowned universities, and at the same time, they work together with students from the United States or the United Kingdom.
And then what are the benefits from for the American universities to cooperate with us?
Okay. That's the tricky question. First of all, I believe that Greek universities can offer. Can you hear me?
Yes, absolutely.
Okay. I believe that we offer to American universities, let's take the example of American universities, an opportunity to meet with good European universities. In a country where the level of the universities is high, the weather is excellent, and the academic environment is extremely friendly for these partnerships. We have for many years Harvard University, which established at the city of Panteion an educational center, which works very well. This is a very good example of the way that we can have these programs.
Okay. And can you tell us about this big event you had in Greece, the Pharos, a couple of months ago, in November, I believe, with the American universities and the
Yes.
results?
We had 30 top-tier US universities, which came and discussed with all 24 Greek universities. And we have many academic partnership agreements. I already mentioned some of them. Let me tell you another example. University of Cincinnati and the University of Athens have a collaboration for student exchanges of students who study English language BA in classics and classics in the University of Athens. We have the Harvard University and the University of Crete on research collaboration in physics. And we are now counting over 200 English language programs of study for postgraduate students, and 3 BA programs, 1 in classics and 2 in medicine, which already operate. And I believe that in September we shall have more than 9 or 10 English language BA programs. And some of them are taking place in collaboration with these universities, the 30 top-tier US universities, which came within this Pharos initiative.
Do you want to mention anything else that is going on in changes in recent changes in the educational and educational activities in the Greek universities, or even in the Greek schools?
Quite often we say in Greece that we are one of the leading countries of our area as it concerns the academic field. The fact that legislation was extremely strict until now did not allow us to prove that we are really one of the leading countries in this field. Now, a new law has been voted last summer, and following this law, we have many Greek universities which are trying now to offer BA programs in China, in Egypt, in collaboration with Chinese or Egyptian universities. And I believe this is only the first step. And we are planning now, especially in Alexandria, Egypt, to have 3 BA programs for Egyptian students, which are going to take place by Greek universities, not in collaboration with Egyptian universities, only by Greek universities, and the same will apply to other Balkan countries. So I believe that we have now the legislation let us free to prove that we are one of the leading countries in the field of universities.
And congratulations for all these new legislatures and laws, I should say, that you have promoted and you have voted in the Greek Parliament. Speaking of these difficulties, as we're speaking, we're getting some questions. And one that it keeps coming up is that a graduate from a private school in Greece, like DD, cannot continue his studies in a Greek university as his degree is not recognized under the Greek constitution. And these students are excluded from going for a master's in a Greek public university. I know that it's restricted under the Greek constitution, but is there anything that you can do or you plan to do to change that in any way possible?
Professor Pylarinou, you know that there is this obstacle of the Greek constitution, yes. Article 16. And in order to revise this article, we need a specific majority, and this cannot take place before 2030.
Oh, wow.
So until 2030, we shall have this problem.
Okay, your answer. I want to thank you very much, Mr. Syrigos, for the insightful information that you have shared with us. I want to congratulate you for your own and the government's initiatives for reforms in education, that they have reinforced the national policy for extroversion. So, and I also want to thank you for taking the time to be with us at this late time in Athens. Thank you very much for joining us.
Thanks a lot. Thanks a lot.